All right, so let's go ahead and wrap this thing up so we can get onto a different topic here already. But in summary, what are some of my closing thoughts on this lucid dreaming supplement series we've been working our way through? And also, what are some things I wish I did differently? Because by the end, I was definitely doing stuff that I wish I was doing, from the get go. And particularly when it came to my dream journaling. So at first, when I was journaling, I was writing a lot, right? And so I'd write things like how the tea made me feel after drinking it. Was I able to go to sleep easily on it? How was my sleep in general? What was my hypnagogia like? And if I got lucid, what was the level? How lucid was I? How much control did I have in it? What was the length? What was the stability? And what was the clarity? And the problem is I wasn't always writing that when I was journaling really good. I wrote that a few times, but by the end, I made sure to always check those boxes, right? And I was using a 1 through 3 scale on top of that, which is very important. So I can kind of easily look at it and numerically rank these things out without having to infer so much information out of my writing. And by the end, I started out with 3, right? Bad, normal, and good. But then I started putting like 0.5s and 3 plus if something was really excellent. So I wish I was noting that in the numerical scale from the get-go, right? Also including how many dreams I had in general while taking it. And I wish I noted this, which I did actually most of the time in my journals, noting when I was lucid, but I wish I did it every time. Because then I could kind of get at something that always bugs me, but like, what's the half-life on this stuff, right? Like, how long is it even supposed to last before my body's done processing it? So I wish I noted all of that. And then one more thing, which... I don't know why I didn't realize this earlier on, but every night I got lucid, which, for this experiment was still crazy consistent. But I would only focus on the lucid dream, right? And kind of just ignore everything else when all the other dreams, there's so much more that's really important information. So I wish every time, whether I was lucid or not, I made note of all the other dreams, length, stability, and clarity. What were my favorites, right? How would I rank them personally? And then we'll kind of get into the raw numbers of like how many lucid dreams, which ones gave you the most lucid dreams stuff too, which actually does not line up at all with how I like each supplement personally. So personally, I'll rank them like this. I liked Blue Lotus the best. The tea version of it, of course, I did teas or pills, right? But the Blue Lotus tea I liked the best. It had a decent taste to it, but honestly, taste is negligible to me. Just drink that shit. Who cares how it tastes, and then go to sleep, right? But the taste was decent. It had an interesting, nice, light little buzz to it, which was cool. It seemed to boost my hypnagogia. I had lots of dreams on it. And then the length, stability, and clarity of my lucid dreams in particular, because at that point, I wasn't really making note of all my other surrounding dreams. But anyway, in general, my length, stability, and clarity of the dreams all seemed kicked up a notch. Kalea, I would put pretty close behind the Blue Lotus. That one also had a slight little buzz to it. I didn't note as much hypnagogic boost off of it. The length and clarity seemed up a notch. Not so much stability for whatever reason. Third, I would put the Hooperzine A and Alpha GPC stacked together. So I covered this in that video, but I'll go over it quick here. For me, when I took the Hooperzine... So I took Hooperzine A first for 1 week, Alpha GPC for the next week, and then I followed up for a 3rd week in a row with the stack, right? And the problem with all of them the whole time was if I took it and didn't fall asleep quickly, it seemed to kind of fire my brain up too much or made me have a hard time going to sleep, similar to what galantamine does, for me at least, for kind of a lot of other people. But, it's kind of it fires up your brain too much. It's going to be hard to go to sleep on it if you don't fall asleep quickly. But something I noted is for some reason the stack during the experiment now didn't seem to keep me up as much as when I took either of them singly. But I think something that had a big role in that is the fact that I went 3 weeks straight on that shit, which probably isn't good. So I think that's kind of more used to that feeling. It made it easier for me to sleep on. I have taken it a few nights here and there. Like I had one kind of random night taking it, which I made a video on, where I had a really excellent, amazing dream while taking the stack. And I didn't really notice the keeping me up effect, but I also took it directly before going to sleep and fell asleep quickly. A couple times since then I've taken it, and I didn't fall asleep fast enough, and I started to feel like it was kind of keeping me up some. But anyway, I'd put the Hooperzine A and Alpha GBC stack in third, because also on top of that is this pretty cheap in general, right? Fuck it, why take one when you can take both? Shit. So I like the stack. I kind of would just consider Hooperzine by itself and Alpha GBC by itself. kind of interchangeable. Could use either, I guess. I'll put passion flower as the fourth best. And this one didn't really seem to do much either. But then again, this was kind of when I was getting a little bit towards the tail end of, oh, well, passion flower was actually the very end of the experiment. So I was kind of burnt out on it, but never really had much noticeable effects with it, really. And then Guayusa I'd put last, even though it's one of the more popular ones out there. That one, for whatever reason, didn't really seem to work for me at all, and actually had shit sleep on it too. So something I'll point out here about Guayusa that my boy Flynn pointed out to me as I'm stuck here quarantining at home with fucking COVID of all things, but at least symptoms are mildish so far. But anyway, so Flint was telling me that, reminding me that fucking Guayusa has caffeine naturally occurring in it, which I did know at one point, but then totally forgot while I was doing the experiment. So, I was getting shit sleep on it. Big surprise, because I was obviously, and I was brewing that shit strong too. I just tried to make everything kind of strong, but I probably made it way too strong. Drank a bunch of caffeine, couldn't sleep. Big surprise. So, yeah, don't do that. And then if you just want to go strictly by the numbers, now keep in mind that, and this I think could actually be a pretty good average for me when I'm really dialed in and paying attention to my dreams a lot, where I could have, 4 lucid dreams a week, which sounds insane to me saying it now, but that could kind of be my average if I'm just not taking anything, just paying attention to my dreams with the intention to dream and journaling my shit out, right, and getting good sleep. So with 4 kind of being my average, you can look at it like this. So Hooperzine A, I had the most lucid dreams on, which I had 5 total. Blue Lotus, I had 4. Alpha GPC, I had 4. Kalea, I had 3. The Hooperzine A Alpha combo, which I put as my third best, I only had 2 lucid dreams with the combo, oddly enough. But I think it was, again, just that shit can vary so much. Passion Flower, after that with 2, and then Guayusa getting a big fat 0. So, one more thing I'll say here really quick too is there's this other supplement I've been testing out here lately. One of my boys recommended it. And I'm definitely going to mangle this word, but Tagetes lucida. So Tagetes, lucid with an A at the end of it. So this is another tea that was recommended to me. I've actually really liked it. I mean, it tastes the best out of all of them. And it seems to work along the same lines as like the Blue Lotus or the Kalea does. So I would definitely, that one's been pretty cool. I'll probably do a deeper dive on that one of these days, but not yet. And then for the future though, I would definitely love to kind of hop into supplements again, but instead of going crazy with it, like we're doing, 7 in a row and some wild shit like that, 1 per week, I think it'd be better off just doing like 1, maybe like per month, giving a nice deep dive into one single supplement, especially now that I have a nice documentation here for kind of where my lucid dreams are at and how different supplements have worked. So definitely down to do that. If you guys have any recommendations for supplements you want me to try, feel free to reach out. Also, if you make any, right, and you want me to go ahead and test it out, feel free to hit a brother up. I have been contacted a few times for that, but like they always just want me to peddle their shit on my channel. I'm like, well, first of all, I said, maybe, why don't you give me a bottle? And then if I like the bottle, maybe I would, but they wouldn't give me the bottle for free. So that was kind of shady. But nonetheless, no, if I'm ever peddling anything on my channel, that shit better work. So you don't got to ever worry about me getting bought out by some wild nonsense. But anyway, yeah, that's that. Goodbye.